Hey guys, welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to teach you how to make this. It's relatively simple, so let's get started. You're going to start by copying and pasting in your background. So in this case, type in grass texture or something like that. Actually, just grass might work. Images, and you'll find your grass. Get your grass. Again, just right click, let it render this. Right click, get that full HD grass in there, however you want it. Now I already have a grass, so get that in there and resize it to your liking. And then you need to get your cross. In this case, I found this white cross, and this is how I did it. I copied it, came back here. I'll make this invisible for now. And then I pasted it, and it was really big. So if I hit Control T and then Control 0, I'll see just how big that is, or Command if you're on a Mac. Grab the corner, hold Shift, make it smaller. If you want to zoom in like that, guys, I'm holding Alt and I'm rolling in on my mouse. Okay, and if you want to resize just a corner like that, it's Shift. If you want to resize it like this, it's Alt and Shift. Get it to the size you like it. Make sure to hit Enter or this little check mark up here to come out of that box to actually make the transform. Now we're going to hit W. Make sure you're on the magic wand and not the quick selection tool. So if you do get to the quick selection tool like this, go ahead and hit Shift W, get to that magic wand, and then you can click the black area, hit Delete, Control D to come out of that selection. From there, we're going to want to go up, make sure that you're on the layer. Let's label it cross. Labeling a layer in a small project might not matter much, but when you get into large projects, it's always helpful to label things in your layers panel. And again, you guys, if you can't find these panels, they might be somewhere over here. Just make sure that that you know where they are and how to find everything that I'm showing you. Okay, so now I want to go to my cross and make sure I'm on multiply. Now it looks like it just made it disappear, and that's fine. That's what we want. I want to go to my effects and I want to add a few different effects. In fact, you can see them all here. I'm going to add that bevel and emboss, inner shadow, color overlay, and gradient overlay. So bevel and emboss, and from here I'm going to first go ahead and click all of them, and I'll go through each one of them, what they do. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. That's what it's going to ultimately look like. Let's go through each one. First, you have the bevel and emboss. I have a chisel soft. You can do a chisel hard if you want. That's fine as well. You can do smooth and whatever you're looking for. There's tons of different. There's tons of diversity within these panels. So just play around with this. The best advice I can give you is just spend a few hours in this panel, and you'll see that there's just a ton of stuff you can do. So if you want to take a quick look at all of my values here, pause it and type it in, that's fine. Then I'm going to go on, now that you've had a chance to do that, I'm going to go to inner shadow. I'm going to have it on normal. I'm going to bring the opacity all the way to 100. You can see what that does, bringing it down, but I want it pretty dark. And I got my distances, choke, and size set there. So again, if you want to pause this, I'm using global lighting at angle 117. Color overlay is just going to darken the whole thing, give it a little more depth. Here it's an overlay, so normal would just be like a little bit different. I like the way overlay looks in this case. So I have it at 24% opacity. You can just do it somewhere in there, right? 25 is good. Okay, gradient overlay last. Gradient overlay again adds a little bit of depth. It makes it to where the top here I have this reverse, so I have a white to black, a black to white gradient. White I want on the bottom and black I want on the top, so I reverse it. I make sure it's linear, right? Radial is going to give me a kind of like almost as if the light source is straight above, like the camera light source is straight above this thing, but I want to go with that radial or linear rather style at 90%. You can change this around too and kind of get a different looks there, but I'm happy with the 90%. And you can scale this different, right? If you want to scale this down, scale it up, but I liked kind of where I had it right there. So just wanted to show you guys these are some, you can do a lot of cool stuff with this effect. If you wanted to carve your name, letters are super easy to do. If you wanted to put some faces in shrubbery, like if you wanted to put your family's faces in the bushes or something like that, all of that is doable, and this would be the methodology to do it. Now, with a face or a picture, a colored picture, it's going to be a little more complicated. You'll have to do a few things to the color picture first. You'll kind of like make a stencil out of it, make a white stencil out of it first, and then you'll repeat the process that you just saw. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. There's more coming soon. Blessings.